Imagine your massive underground crypto farm finally pays off, or you hit the absolute jackpot in the lottery. You decide it's time to buy a hypercar. You pack a literal suitcase with $4 million in cold, hard cash, roll up to a luxury dealership like a movie villain, and slap it on the counter. Can you legally walk out with the keys, or are you leaving in the back of a police cruiser? Legally speaking, a car can cost whatever a billionaire is willing to pay for it. If a manufacturer wants to charge the GDP of a small island for a vehicle made of carbon fiber and dreams, Uncle Sam doesn't care. The government's terrifying level of obsession focuses entirely on the mechanics of the payment, exactly how you hand over that physical money. If you try to buy a car using actual paper cash, greenbacks, or a stack of small money orders, crossing the $10,000 mark triggers a massive federal tripwire. The second that physical paper crosses the desk, the dealership falls under an immediate legal obligation. They are legally required to file IRS and FinCEN Form 8300 within 15 days. This paperwork asks the dealership to thoroughly document your identity, including recording your social security number. It also forces the dealer to investigate and report exactly where you got a giant mountain of physical paper money. Using large amounts of physical cash strips away a buyer's privacy, placing a standard retail purchase directly into the crosshairs of a federal investigation. You might think you can outsmart the system. Say the car costs $15,000. You offer the dealer $9,000 today and $6,000 tomorrow. This illustrates a tactic called structuring. Dividing $15,000 into blocks of $9,000 and $6,000 intentionally keeps payments underneath the $10,000 reporting threshold. But breaking up transactions to avoid this limit constitutes a direct federal felony. Getting caught executing this tactic is a fast track to federal prison and total asset forfeiture. The IRS does not care if you simply wanted to avoid a few extra forms. They automatically assume deliberate structuring means you are running a cartel. Attempting to hide a perfectly legal purchase through sneaky, fragmented cash deposits ironically guarantees the government will treat you like a high-level organized criminal. So what is the actual legal maximum you can pay for a vehicle without activating the government's financial panic buttons? There isn't one, as long as the money is completely clean and perfectly traceable. If you want to buy a $4 million Bugatti, the legal, standard, and non-felony way to do it is through a wire transfer or a single cashier's check. These digital methods are legally safe because your bank has already absorbed the regulatory burden. They verified your identity and ran the background checks long before you walked into the dealership. Going through a major financial institution confirms that your millions came from actual legal income, not a Walter White-style garage operation. The legal limit on a car's price doesn't exist, but Uncle Sam's patience for physical cash definitely does. Keep the funds digital, keep it clean, and leave the suitcases at home. Hit that subscribe button for FinMedia. Leave a comment letting me know what car you'd buy if money was no object, and I'll see you in the next one.